we're looking at something very important. A lot of people need to know this. You need to know the different crops that are consumed in Africa. Specifically, let me put it this way broadly, tropics. These are crops that you find in the tropics, tropical environment that are characterized by being warm and wet, warm, wet environment. Now you will not look at this in the temperate, but in the tropical, West Africa, East Africa. Now let's start with germination days. These are the germination in days, spacing where you're planting crops, and then the dates of planting, and then the maturity time. It could be in months, it could be in days. Now we look at these crops. Number one, maize, cassava, pepper, yam, okra, cowpea, sweet potato, and plantain. Now many of them some of them like cassava are staple food in West Africa. Staple food means that food that you consume virtually every day. They constitute the bulk of the food of the people. So look at them in calculation. The test thickness, for example, maize is planted. After you've done every cultural practice, you plant, when it germinates, takes about 4 to 5 days for it to germinate. Now, if when you planted one seed per hole, if you space it between 75 cm to 25 centimeters, approximately, you would have a way of trying to get it. So, if you planted 2 seeds in a hole, you look at 25 centimeters. Now, what is the time you plant? You plant early May and late May. Now, early maize are usually planted when the rain is in the peak. Now, for example, now in this part of West Africa, the peak of the rainy season is between March and April. Now we understand that these days we have the global warming about climate change. There is slightly more. But generally we have it between March and April. So looking now we have the moon. The moon is on the family. That's what they do. And then when you start to cut one stem, it takes between 80 centimeters to 55 centimeters. Now, this will take like 10 to 14 days for it to sprout. Sprouting means germination. Now, if you use 2 stems, one on this side, one on the other side, you have like you have a mount like this. You put one stem at angle 45 degrees, and then you put another one at 45 degrees. Between 90 guys and the next mount will be like 90 centimeters. You plant any between March and May. Late planting in between August is around August. So it takes 9 to 12 months for it to germinate. 9 to 12 months for it to germinate. And then you look at pepper, you call it chili generally. Chili is planted between 4 to 5 days. It's planted and between 4 to 5 days you see the germination. You understand? Then the spacing is for one seedling. Now we talked about seedling previously. Seedling is what is got from the nursery. You planted the seed and then it has grown. A seedling has just about 3 to 4 leaves on it, and then you transplanted to the field. For one seedling, you space between 60 centimeter by 60 centimeter. For 2 seedlings, you have 100 centimeter by 50. You plant any planting in the field is between March and April, and then late planting period is around August. The duration is 3 to 5 months. You start harvesting, and it's good to harvest on time. Timely harvest is important because when you harvest timely, you would have your pepper intact, and sometimes when they are still slightly greenish red, you harvest so that it will not become rotten or eaten by the pest. Another plant is yam. Yam is cultivated using yam set. Yam set. You also have yam seed. It takes between 14 to 30 days for it to germinate or to sprout. If you use one stem to the single stand of hole, you have to space between 20 centimeters by 50 centimeters. If you use stems, if you use two in a particular month, you have to space between 100 and 150. The enzyme planted between August and November. The enzyme planted between August and because by the time you will have everything next year, I will stop next time. Then look at the okra. The okra is a plant. The plant is called okra. The fruit is called okra. So okra plant, 4 to 5 days. 4 to 5 days before it germinates. One seed in a hole, 4 in space at 4 centimeters, 40 centimeters to 60 centimeters, and 2 seeds, 50 centimeters to 60 centimeters. Now what he is saying is, should I go with paper? No, you don't have to go with paper. There are ways to go about it. You can have a wood or a stick measure to this particular. So what you do is, you dig a hole here, you place the wood here, you measure it, you dig the next, you place the wood at this end, you force this placement, dig the hole, you put it. So you can use, if you're measuring this, cut a wood of 4 centimeters, 40 centimeters, another wood of 60 centimeters, so you know the spacing of. You use another thing to separate, you use lines to go round, so it's going to help you maintain the same. It's not as if it's going to be exactly 40 centimeters, but this is a range you have it so that you'll be able to get something good. Why you do this is because you want each plant to have enough space to express itself, enough space to gather, like on this stand. The nutrients around here belongs to this one alone. And then it has enough space to take nutrients, that is food, for water, and for light. So enough space for food, for water, for light. So you have it here. Now, okra is planted, any okra is planted between March and April, which is around the peak of the rainy season in West Africa. And the next one is planted around August. You have it about 3 months before you start reaping, that is harvesting. However, you start fruiting before the 3rd month, but you get mature by around the 3rd month. The next is cowpea. Some people will be wondering, what is cowpea? Cowpea is what you know to be beans generally. In this line, people call it beans, but there are different kinds of beans. You have mung beans, you have soya beans, you have long beans, you have bambara nut, you have different kind of beans. But the one that people call black-eyed peas, generally eaten in this way, is what's called cowpea. It's also called black-eyed peas. So it's it takes 4 to 5 days to germinate. And then if you plant one seed in a hole, you have to space approximately between 60 to 60 centimeters by 60 centimeters. If you have two seeds, approximately 90 centimeters by 60 centimeters. It's planted usually around July to August. Now this is important, is to control pests. There are certain crops that are very attractive to pests, so you don't have early or late. This is around the time you plant it. If you miss this time, the best is to wait till the next season. That does not mean you may not plant that time. You plant, but the performance is going to be below expectation. Now it takes 3 months for it to happen. Now you have those that run and those that stand. Some are climber beans, some climb, they run, they are runners, and some are stand out straight stem. Then we have the sweet potato. This is not the Irish potato, different sweet potato, and also have different variants of it. The Irish potato you would cultivate using stem or set, just like yam. You would have 7 to 14 days before it begins to germinate, and you space between 90 centimeters by 45 centimeters. If you have 2 stems in a particular mound, 2 stems you have 90 centimeters, you plant 90 centimeters by 60 centimeters. The time to plant, the planting dates usually between June and July, middle of the year, and it's left for 3 months and then you harvest. Now these things are very important. For 3 months you have your Irish potato, sweet potato you consume. And then the last you'll be considering for this class is the plantain. The plantain is cultivated using a vegetative part known as the sucker. The sucker you plant and then you put your sucker, you cut it off. 14 to 21 days for it to get established. Now for one sucker, you have 3 meters, not centimeters, meters by 2 meters. For 2 suckers, 3 meters by 2.5 meters, or for 3 suckers, you have 3 meters by 3 meters. The best time to do it is May, the month of May, and it takes 14 to 18 months. If you have other plants or crops that I think you want us to consider, you can just let us know in the comment section. Thank you.